Hello and welcome. My name is Nnamdi Agoha. As the president of Epis and Tech Communications Company, in collaboration with ACF in France, I am bringing to you in our daily series of advice, information of what you need to do in order to improve your oral communication skills. The essence of learning a language is to be able to communicate with the language, both in writing and in speaking. Most of the time, schools around the world require you to improve your writing skills, reading and writing, so that they can be able to test you to know how good you are in the language. But as soon as you move away from the school, people seldom ask you if you know how to read the language, if you know how to write the language. They will rather ask you, do you know how to speak the language? And for you to develop your speaking skills, it is very rarely discovered through books. Speaking is what you do by speaking, through practice. If you don't practice, you cannot improve your speaking. And for you to do that, you need to find time to practice. A lot of people would tell you to read books. Yes, indeed. When you read, you pile up vocabulary, large chunk of vocabulary. But this vocabulary will never make you become a fluent speaker. They won't. Because the application of those words are acquired through repetitive practices. So if you want to improve your speaking, you have to have time, you have to have a coach, someone who's specialized in the practice of making people speak fluently. There are many methods we use in making people to practice speaking. Anyway, that one is for next time. But at the moment, what I'd like you to do is to learn expressions. If you want to improve your speaking skills, if you want to improve your communication skills, do not start studying the grammar of any language. If you do, you are trying to shoot yourself in the leg. Because your reading or studying the grammar will slow you down. It will make your brain, instead of thinking very fast, it will slow it down and it makes it think slowly, because you need to look at the tenses. Is it in the present, in the past, in the future? You will keep on thinking about these things. It will make you lose your spontaneity. You will not be as spontaneous as can be when you are speaking with somebody, because you are thinking through your brain, and that's not what you need. Communication is something you do very fast, as quick as possible, because the person listening to you wouldn't wait for hours for you to respond, because you are thinking. You have to be very fast. So that's why we recommend that you should not start reading or studying the grammar rules of any language if you really want to develop your communication skills. It is very important. What you need to do is to listen to people. Listening. While you're listening, you are also learning how the language is being said, the correct sentences, especially when you listen to native speakers. They speak with correct sentences, so you just need to learn the sentences, and that's all. Learn the sentences, repeat them as many times as possible. That will make you gain fluency. You will develop your fluency while listening to people who speak the language correctly. That's what I recommend. If you start studying the language through the books, it will slow you down. And that's why I see people who learn languages for 10 years and cannot make even one correct sentence, because of the fact that they use their brain only to think if this sentence is correct or not, thinking of the tenses, thinking of the adjectives, articles, determiners, and all of that. That's not what you need. What you need is just to learn phrases, common words, common sentences that is used in a language. There are lots of phrasal verbs in any language. So what you need to do is just to learn these phrasal verbs, learn common expressions in the language. If you do this, your fluency will improve dramatically. I don't have much to tell you again for today. Until next time, please keep studying and listening to people. Study the patterns of the way people talk and emulate them, copy them. And that's the way you can improve your fluency in your language. And until next time, please keep listening.